Welcome back to another video. Today, reacting to the AMP Guess Who the Racist Is video. Again, it's black guys trying to suss out who is racist according to their own standard. I, as a Mexican, will help you suss out who the racist is, and let's see if we get some content out of it, okay? It seems pretty controversial. I delve in controversy because I'm the king of optics. I get through it. I'm Teflon. Anyway, let's get to watching this because, of course, y'all are excited for it. It has 5.7 million views or something very impressive like that. So let's get ahead and watch it.
Why number 3's hitting like that? Number 5?
Trayvon Martin, what's up?
Oh! It's on.
I hate looking at those watermelon eaters in my community.
He's like, hell yeah. He's like, you look like a whole fruit.
Okay, that's the trailer. Let's get into it.
Where today, we figure out who doesn't like black people.
Alright, so I got a nice little icebreaker question first for all 6 of you guys. Starting with number 1, what is your name?
My name is Tupac.
Man, that nigga's
What's the
He's not Tupac.
Okay, number 2.
My name is LeBron James.
Oh my god.
What's the point of them saying their names? Are you going to ascertain their accent?
Nah.
Let's skip this shit.
Nah, he not the Oh, it's on.
Bruh.
A heartbeat.
Hey, it's him.
If it's not him, he's racist now.
Wait, number 6?
My name's Stephanie.
Wait, say it again.
My name's Stephanie.
They have a girl in here. That's odd.
That's a little, I don't know.
Okay.
She's fucked up. I'm not bothering. Number 5.
To all the races. Racist number 1. What is your least favorite race?
Black people.
Oh, fuck.
Number 2, which is
Indian people are the cheap as fuck.
Oh!
There's personal experience.
number 3?
Personal experience.
I hate African Americans
What is that? I hate African Americans.
Why?
It sounds fake as fuck.
because I hate looking at those watermelon eaters in my community.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect it.
That's so stupid. Tar donkeys? I've never heard of that.
He's creative as fuck. I don't know why. Like,
Number 5.
I hate everyone.
That's gay. That's so gay. I hate everyone. It's such a cop-out.
You're not racist.
look, you know, the objective is to isolate the race. Okay, but you don't.
Let's skip this round, bro.
I've never been in front of a camera though, so this is a lot.
This girl looks like if the penguin had a daughter that's like not as cisgender. Now they're just judging him off with the shoe, by the way.
Nah, but look at number 2 though. Look at number 2. No, number 2 is.
I can't, these blacks are really into shoes. I'm not, so I don't get it.
In history. We're starting with number 1.
To be honest, slavery was probably my favorite
I
one.
knew you were gonna say that because you a bitch.
That's
Hey,
ironic.
check this out though. How come there's so much drugs on the shore at the beach? The black people dropped it off the boat and couldn't swim to pick it back up.
But you stuttering.
That was so stupid. That was so fake. That's not racist at all. That is a faker.
Blacks can't swim. He wasn't even confident with it.
Call of Duty race.
Dead ass. Yes.
Number 2. Yeah. 1939 and 1945.
That's insane, bro.
That was like a pick-me racist. No, that's not racist.
2016, when Donald Trump set off to make America great again.
Why are you moving?
He sounds Mexican as fuck.
Hey, listen.
Why he's still speeding like that?
Hey, 2016 is one of the greatest years, though. Right?
2016 was whiter than David. Alright, number 4.
1920, Nazi Germany.
1920s Nazi Germany? Was Nazi Germany been in control of Germany then? No, they weren't.
Okay.
It's like 15 years off. So that's odd.
Okay, hold on. Bro, I got two.
Anyway.
Now you look like a surfer?
Alright. Got a unibrow.
You look like a
Let me see a tattoo. Let me see that tattoo.
Which one?
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
What a shitty tattoo. What a fag.
I don't know, bro.
Oh. Interesting.
Hey, yo. Oh, wait.
Okay, so who's more racist? So here's how I'll parse it out. So with the guy, this is really interesting. The guy on the far left, who knows? What he does look like is that he's not very wealthy. Again, it's an ill-fitting shirt. He must have been fatter before, and he's just wearing the double XL anyway. Again, working class, probably a little bit racist by like colloquial standards. And then with the guy next to him, the brown person, whoever that is, like a Mexican. I mean, Mexicans were all racist a little bit, right? Just like generally, right? So who knows? But he seems unconfident. He seems like he hangs around black people, by the way. So how racist could he be? Anyway, this guy on the right, this Seamus looking motherfucker, he looks pretty racist as well because of the Italia apparel. He could seem like a very racist, like New Yorker type. The guy on the far right, he's definitely really racist too, because he's like seethy, kind of like terrorist, will blow you up, kind of looks Jewish too. I don't know what's going on. Mystery meat, but he is kind of like very shady individual. More of like a pedophile than a rapist. Racist aesthetic. Anyway.
Wait. Racist. I'm telling you. Oh, okay.
This is hard now, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, come on, give her the thing now.
Automatically, I know who's not racist.
Nigga, we're in essential.
Wait. Ask another question.
Wait, hold on. Number 2, where you from?
New York,
No, he's not, bro. He's from UK. That's UK trip, bro.
What part of New York?
Bronx, Co-op City.
Co-op City? Where? Uptown, big pop. I'm uptown. How long you been there for?
Down here since 2010.
Okay. Why you came out here?
I left because there's too many black people.
I'll beat your ass.
Wait, hold on, wait. Talk about y'all niggas,
Too many niggas just
I'm on to the IQ shit though. Atlanta got more black people.
Okay, she's a mecca.
See, so this guy's faking because he says he left New York, but New York was already like, when have black people not been in New York though? So that's kind of like a oxymoronic thing to say. Then yeah, he moved to ATL, which has a ton of blacks. So what does that even mean? And he doesn't look like somebody who's like living in the suburbs or anything. So he's definitely lying.
You feel
Thought about it.
Damn.
No, I never said it before.
You thought it though.
A lot.
Yeah, about to.
Hold on, you're listening to a song, and it's in the song. Are you gonna rap along?
I usually don't listen to rap music.
That's
That's a safe answer.
He already said yes.
I said it because there was a couple of individuals in the line and they just skipped in front of me. So they didn't listen when I told them, get out the way, boy. They didn't listen, so I had to proceed to take it to my own hand.
You said boy?
He's very autistic. Why does he talk like that?
Number 3. Bro, a black man walks onto your lawn, in front of your yard. Your family's in the house. What do you tell him?
I'm getting my shotgun, ain't no speaking.
This nigga failed drama.
What about you? Where you from?
He failed drama. That is so true. He failed drama.
Georgia. How long you been here?
My whole life.
Your whole life.
Now, what part of Georgia?
I was born in Atlanta.
Ooh, I don't know. If he was like making or
Have you ever called somebody the N-word?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Like roughly how many times?
More than I remember.
That's so fucking awesome. That's hilarious.
A minivan. Minivan. Not a
And you
pickup.
smoke cigarettes?
You dip? You dip?
Some weed? Bogey. What's that? Cigarette.
Yo, what you think about him?
No, some cigarette.
What you think about this guy?
I don't know him to think anything about him.
Oh yeah. Yo.
You like black women?
You like black women?
I think there's attractive black women, yeah.
Damn, I'm
He still be racist now.
Wait, nah, yeah, that's like a fetish, bro.
We gotta ask. You wanna hold that for this round?
Okay, we gotta eliminate
Yeah, we
somebody.
gotta make some.
Number 3, nigga.
I think number 2 is like.
No, get number 3 out of here.
No, get number 3. We're essential.
I know that, but still.
Who they vote out? Dude, this Arab guy is so fucking scary looking. It's insane.
Okay.
Round 4. Okay, what is it?
All right, so boom, this is round 4. Only 3 contestants left.
Black History Month or strip clubs?
Shit. Black History Month. Which one I hate more, right?
Oh, wait. Now, which one would you pick?
Which one would you like? Do you like
better?
I'm going to strip club tonight, though. What? You going with that?
What about you?
Well, Black History Month isn't like really a real holiday. You still have to go to work and shit. So I'll go to strip club.
They don't have to go to work, though.
What?
What you mean?
Why not?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Why not? Why not?
Y'all sound good.
Whoa, what the fuck?
He said he's good.
What's the question?
Black History Month or 4th of July?
Which one I like more?
Yeah.
4th of July.
What a stupid ass question. As if like, what are the white people gonna say? Black History Month? What? What a
Why
stupid
not
question.
Black History Month?
What's that got to do with me?
True.
You can celebrate Black
What am I
History.
celebrating?
You're racist.
You can celebrate Black History.
I'm my life with him.
Huh?
Why do I need to?
I told y'all A6 off the Black History is a part of America as well.
These guys are so incoherent to listen to. It's obscene.
Right now, bro.
I expected that.
He said I expected that.
No. But black.
Alright. Which is the master race and why?
Trick question.
You're not even white your damn self.
You asked me a question?
He has self-hatred.
I didn't say why, though.
Man, that's so funny.
Chris Columbus came here, took shit from the Indians, and then said, fuck it, I'm gonna take over.
Dude, this motherfucker.
I'm telling you.
That guy said Christopher Columbus was Jewish. I doubt that. And it is a weird thing to like point out. Though. Sus. I like his fucking face expressions. They're hilarious.
This nigga, it got me here, bro. Y'all put my bro. You can have my truck if I'm wrong, nigga. I used to ride on it.
He was Jewish. Like, what the fuck? He voted out. He voted out. All right, we still gotta eliminate. Go through the elimination process.
I want that. Hey, ask. Get number 2 out, bro.
No.
Number 1, bro.
Number 1.
That thick ass.
You're done, buddy.
You're done.
That thick ass jacket. You're fucking done. You're done. You're Cavasso. On to the final round.
What group of people did number 4 say he hates?
They ain't gonna let me say.
With your daughter or your sister, assuming they was of age. I mean, she wants to get cheated on or played. Yes.
It's him.
Wait a second. Would you let me fuck your sister or daughter? What? No. Also, what sort of like starter is that, by the way? Oh, would you let me get with your sister? That'll never fucking happen, but ever. Like, just if you're having to ask the question, it's no every fucking time. But
Right? Hey, how about me though? Hell no. That's up to her. You know, she wants to go through that. Sure, that's her business. What about you?
that's gay. Again, white people be like, oh, it's your business. Like, no, bitch, I'm gonna tell you what to do if you listen to me. If you listen to me, I'll tell you what to do. You want to date a black guy? Go ahead, it's your life. No, fuck that. Fuck that. You make the decision. If you're, and assuming you can make the decision, a lot of these white guys are a cuck. They're like, oh, my little sister did this, so I guess you'll have to do it. No, your older brother, you get a say. Your dad gets a say. Your mom gets a say. You get a say. Not this bullshit of like, oh, she gets to live her own life. No. Wrong. Authority in the family. You make the choice when it comes to it. Not this bullshit of independence. Okay, please, man. Oh, you get to date the black guy if you want. What? Like, if you're gonna have opposition to it, just say it, right? Not this idea of like, oh, it's wrong.
Recommended no.
You rather do it, ain't it? What's that?
You would rather do it, right?
I don't. What, you're asking me what?
Would you let me date your daughter or your sister?
Why not? Because of your appearance, your personality, and the way you speak.
Bro, but you judging a book by its cover. I might be the most educated and wealthy.
Yo, is he?
Nigga, what person would be like, man, I might be the most educated. Nigga, dude, how? That's like if I looked like I went like this, and I'm like, don't judge a book by its cover. I might be 6'5". How? With that posture, how would that even be the case? This guy saying, oh, I might be the most educated in this shit, dog. Really? You fucking retard. With the Balenciaga hoodie,
What do you
really?
mean by thug? Give me the definition.
Does he look like a thug? Like,
What's a thug?
You know what he is.
What's a thug?
Like, I mean, a thug is somebody who do like
criminal?
Yeah, like, is this like a
Does
criminal?
he look like a criminal?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't look like a scholar.
Facts. Real?
Did you go to school?
Did I? I went to high school.
Do you look like a fucking scholar?
Do I?
Yeah, do you, bro?
I think I'm more presentable.
True.
He thinks that's more presentable than you.
What?
What a fucking asshole to point at him and say that's more presentable. And ironically, it is. And what I mean is, like, yeah, obviously this Duke guy in the center, he's like better looking than the white guy, no homo. But it's also like, who are we trying to pertain to? What audience are we trying to do? To explain ourselves to. If you had to arise to a court session, if you had to talk to a judge, would you show up wearing the Balenciaga hoodie with the beanie on, or would you show up in that oversized Walmart outfit that the white guy does? I mean, obviously the white guy wins in presentation. And yeah, no, for like ghetto bitches, the Riz is better with the black guy. But that's not what we're asking about. We're talking about presentation overall to polite society.
You thought, come on, man.
I think I know.
What, college?
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say no.
Can we come to your dinner?
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's not bombard. Let's talk amongst ourselves. Hold on. Listen. She number one seems so disinterested in just being around us in general, right? The great, the GOAT, Martin Luther King.
Michael King?
Number one, Martin Luther King. Get that
Your
shit
name's
right.
Michael King. Martin Luther was a Protestant reformer in the 1600s.
No, nigga, the black GOAT, bro. MLK Day. Bro, what do you think about Martin Luther King?
Again, he said, I might be the most educated person. He doesn't even know who Martin Luther, the Protestant Reformation guy, the schism guy. He has no idea who that is.
I have a dream.
Martin Luther, the Protestant reformist?
What do you think? MLK, the person I'm talking about.
Michael King. Same similar. I think he was put into place. I think he was put into place.
I think he was a pedophile that was fucking like 12-year-old girls. Martin?
Again, I don't think that's true, but he was, in orgies and apparently he covered up for like rapes among like his crew. So, he was perverted. He was a degenerate. Was he a pedophile? That's just seems like he's just making that up to like to throw off the scent, like to kind of be like a psyop.
Yo, go there and shake their hands.
Me either. What do you say? I said,
Don't shake their hands. Hey, go ahead and shake their hands.
Again, this nigga on the on my bottom left screen is like, oh, you think you're more presentable than this guy? Yes. Look at his fucking outfit. It's so bad. Look at that fucking trash. It looks like you washed it like 3,000 times and then dried it in cement and then put it on.
you ever fought a black person? He's like, hell yeah. He's like,
What's your size? You will look like a hoe for real.
Nah, stop.
What an asshole. Why would you say that?
I think he's
Hey,
no.
How unprofessional.
Ooh.
That was firm.
He was uncomfortable. Look at him.
Hey, man to man.
Okay. That's some racist shit.
Why should this guy?
I got my ex. I'm telling you, I know who it is.
Get 30.
I know who it is, bro. I'm telling you, I know who it is.
This 30.
Hey, him with the, yeah.
Damn, look how fucking small this guy is.
Good, my nigga. It's good, my nigga.
Okay, anyway.
What are you doing?
Act it out.
I'm here. Yeah, what are you doing? I'm like, hello? Hey, neighbor, I have a question. What's your next? What's your next?
Start with number
response?
one. Go.
I'll just probably one.
Act it out.
You just. Hey, let me in. I have a question, neighbor. Neighbor, I have a question.
Got the wrong house.
Nah, my water ran out. I need a water bottle. My family's hot right now. Like, nah, can I come in?
No, look. When I was gonna shake his hand, like he did like this. He was about to.
Hey, neighbor, I have a question,
He
neighbor.
was about to.
You said it's 12 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
And you're my neighbor? So
Yeah.
I know you. So I know you.
Yes.
And you're knocking on the door at 12 o'clock. I'm going to talk to the door and say, what's wrong? How can I help you?
Okay.
He give me policey vibes.
How do y'all feel about interracial couples?
Very confusing.
Yo, why you always sign every time? Like,
Because I'm thinking. I'm trying to give you a genuine response. Okay. Is that all right?
You pressing me?
I'm not pressing you.
How do you feel about interracial couples?
I feel like love is blind. You don't know who you're going to fall in love with. I think it's difficult on the children, though. Because they don't know exactly. It's hard for them to relate. You know what I'm saying? To either. But I really feel like love is blind. But I would avoid it.
what about you, bro?
That's a right answer, though.
I mean, I've hooked up with some black girls, Spanish girls, all type of girls, but I honestly think it's better to stick to your own kind. It makes things easier.
I do too. I really
That's true,
love
too.
the black sisters, melanin. You know, like black queens. You know.
He's coping so hard. Man, I really love black women. Nigga, then why do you have to say it like that? You think a white guy ever has to say, man, I really like Becca. I really like Stacy. I really like this blonde chick. They already know they're hot. You don't have to defend it. This nigga's over here coping about, oh, this black chick, this fat black chick I'm probably hooking up with is so hot. Are they really? Because then why are you defending it then? Like, why point that out? Obviously, you're supposed to be attracted to your own kind, but he's on the defense. Interesting, huh? Seems like this guy's attracted to white chicks. Is he undercover as a white guy?
It's him. I swear to God, it's him, bro. He agreed with me. It was him, bro. It was a dick nigga, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
First a second.
Hey, who we eliminating?
No, here's the thing though.
I
Like,
think
look,
it's only
I'm talking too much. That nigga over there is not hesitating. He believes.
Also, what's low-key, kind of like an intuition I have, is that these black guys fundamentally agree with these people that that they're not surprised that the white guy doesn't want them to be with each other, you know, which I find kind of interesting.
He's like a person in his mind. Like he is thinking. Like he's like, how can I be like, bro? He's this
But
natural.
look though. When I went up to shake their hands, right? When I reached my hand out, he did. It was like he wanted to, but he thought. His, it's not like he's like. Of course, we all humans, so like he wasn't hesitant to like touch me.
He was like man to man.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
handshake.
Right.
Yeah.
Who you
He's like, man, I want nothing to do.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that he has more natural thoughts. I think his is more rehearsed.
Yeah.
All right, we're packing you up.
What a weird way to like consider it, you know.
Please step forward.
He was a racist. Okay, well I guessed it.
Bro, I was right though. Racist? Nigga, no.
Bro, but he was crazy
You're
too.
comfortable, affordable?
You say you're racist.
Okay, can you define that word for me?
Hey, look, listen. I'm a great guy. I'm a great guy.
I'm sure you are.
Listen, man.
What a fucking douchebag. I'm a great guy. Fuck you. Huh? How about that? How about you go, work at a fucking Home Depot, huh? What a douche.
And get to know me, man, we be best
I mean,
friends.
okay, when you say racist, what does that mean?
Bro, like, so what do you, I want to know, what specifically do you not believe in?
I don't like being told what to say or what to think.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't think we should be mixed? You don't think black?
I think we need to be separate.
So
Which is fine.
So would you?
The balls on this guy to actually go up in front of like millions of people and say that is appalling. I wonder what's going on in his personal life and his career, how he makes money. Like if he's getting canceled for it, I don't know. I want to know.
I think we need to be separate. I think we need to, like, before the civil rights, we had our own communities. Y'all did too.
Wait, what time period you say was your favorite? What time period you say was your favorite?
1920s, Nazi Germany.
You're not even.
But that's okay. That's sus. Nazi Germany wasn't in control of the government in the 1920s. Hitler got elected in like the mid 1930s, like 1936ish. Okay, so for him to say that it was Weimar era, odd. I don't know. Like, what does he not know that?
Movies we would have missed, like.
See, I think Hollywood has a lot to do with it. Those movies they put out, like the Django or Roots. I think that's
Django?
Yeah,
Django is one time, bro. That's one of the best movies of all time.
I think Hollywood has a motive when they do that. They're trying to sow discord. Okay, that stuff's not historically accurate. All right, listen, they're getting
That's
through
kinda
you
true.
through entertainment. They're manipulating you through, and listen, they're manipulating you through entertainment. It's brainwashed.
So you believe in separate but equal?
Yeah.
Man, white only pies. So if your mama make a pie, I can't have that.
What do you mean by pie?
What a stupid way. What a low IQ dotard. Man, white man, does that mean that if your mama make a pie, I can't eat it? What? He's saying as a society, retard. He's saying, like, black people can have their own community. Nothing about sharing a pie. And the analogy is so fundamentally low IQ that it's appalling. It kind of shows how dumb this guy is.
Nigga,
Like cream pie.
Like an apple pie?
Yeah, so if your mama make a pie, black people can't have it.
Hey, be honest. Have you ever said the hard R? Have you ever said the hard R?
In my life? Yeah. But if I was in a fight and he was calling me who knows what. You know, you just said it.
But you know you can't use
No,
that
see
word.
who's that?
What a retard. You can't use that word, cut. Said who? Okay? Again, and you know, these white people, they were like, oh, you can't loot our businesses. You can't destroy our Nike store. And then they just fucking did anyway, right? But is Kai disavowing black violence? No, he's not. So, interesting, huh? And again, this Kai Cenat guy is so small, he can lay on a table. What guy is small enough to lay on the table? Not saying that if I were to lay on a table like that, I would break it, but it's more so like, why? I'm a man. This guy's built like a 14-year-old at
That's
what I'm talking about right there.
You can't tell me what words. Once you tell me I can't use one word, there's another word I can't use. I got to stop it.
That is so real.
I can't let you tell me what I can and can't
That's
say.
right.
And I feel that in my heart. Whether you agree with it or not, if I gotta die.
What a fucking troll. So, say this thing that'll get you canceled with a hard R. Really? You fucking doofus? Bitch? Like, if I'm defending freedom of speech, I'm not gonna say stuff that's gonna get me banned off of YouTube, but you're assuming this guy's gonna say it? Why? Why does he owe you that? He can defend his position without him saying it, okay? Like, for instance, and this is going to sound weird, but let's just go on with it, right? So let's say I think it's fair for there to be pornography, right? For all adults, and that includes my relatives. And he said, okay, well then watch your relative get fucked. What? What does that have to do with anything? I can defend the right of saying the N-word with the hard R without me saying it myself. But he's like, oh, then say it then. What does that have to do with anything? Like, for instance, if I defend the right, and this is a better analogy that isn't as weird. I defend the right of people believing in Islam. Okay, well then worship Muhammad right now. Why? I can just defend it without actually doing it. We'll say the hard R. Why? Like, really? Fucking jackass?
I'll die over it because I'm not letting that happen. Y'all, it's bigger than a word. It's freedom. It's personal freedom.
It's a problem with
bigger
the
than
whole
black and white. It's telling people what they can and can't think. I can't let nobody do that.
Wait, look, I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. You can't say nigga.
No, wait, don't.
Bro, you are like 6 feet tall on a fucking table, you manlet bastard. What are you gonna say, bitch? Knock out one punch.
You can't say it.
I'm not gonna say it, but yes, I can. I'm capable.
You can't, right? You can't say it. If you can see that motherfucker,
You're not allowed to say
let that motherfucker go.
See that?
Goofy ass Mexican, like, oh my god, you're such a drama queer, you fucking retard. Be like, oh my god, this guy's so racist. Shut up. See, this guy in the orange hair is smart. He's over here gleeful. He thinks it's funny.
That's my.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
That's what. Would you let anyone tell you what you can and can't?
Yes.
I don't believe.
Listen,
No,
I
you
don't
don't.
say the F word.
Exactly.
I can't say
What F word? There's 1,000 F words.
The one that runs a maggot.
It's more than words.
Of course you can. Oh, so what? You can say faggot? Yeah, of course I can say faggot. Who's gonna stop me, bitch? Okay? I don't scare. You know, hard R is a different thing because I am willing to say it because I don't care. It's freedom of speech. But YouTube, censorship. And a lot of people won't say the word faggot on YouTube because they'll get demonetized. I don't really monetize that much. But I'll say it because, again, I can say a word without meaning hate, right? Like, I could say, I love the Prophet Muhammad. I don't actually. But, you know, I can just say that, right? So, like, I love Kai Cenat. I don't. You know, you can say faggot without hating gay people. Or it could be coincidental. It could be a happy coincidence that you hate them and also say the word because the word is cool. Who knows?
It's control.
It's respect,
Y'all
though.
listening?
It's respect,
No,
though,
it's word. It's more than words. It's controlling what people can and
Why
cannot
you wanna
say.
say it so bad, though?
You're not listening.
Who cares how bad he wants to say it? Again, you know, the fucking left is so bad because it's like, okay, so there's a literal transvestite. And I could say, bro, why do you want to cross-dress so bad? But, oh, blah, 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 blah. But I can't say the N-word? Like, what society is that? These guys would be okay with, on paper, a transvestite just walking around. But they're not okay with the guy saying the N-word. Come on. You know what? If I could say, if white people would use the word spick on daily parlance, and we wouldn't have to deal with gays and, you know, like cross-dressing children and whatnot, I would prefer that society.
I think it's an issue of language. Like your freedom is not being restricted by you not saying the hard R. You act like it's a slippery slope. It's not.
Yes,
that word
it
was
is.
used to demean people like us in history.
And every
Who cares?
That's why you can't say degrading words too.
Okay, well, don't use those words, nigga. That's not your word.
Yeah, it is, boy. Yeah, it is my word, boy.
It's not hard to not use a word though. That's simple.
But that's up to me to choose that. That's my choice. That's my choice. That's my choice. America let you. Sorry.
You want to make America great again?
There's a lot I want to do.
That's base. They cut his they cut that. Notice?
I'm not gonna lie, hey bro, I like the way like you're openly honest about things, and I think you should come on our AMP podcast.
That is kind of true, right? Niggas respect when you say the N-word in front of them. You're brash, and you know, I'm Mexican. I get kind of like a plot armor, you know, because of my race. But it's like kind of true that, you know, people will respect you if you just go up and you say it to them, right? This bullshit of like, oh, I don't say the N-word, I'm a bitch beta. No, you just want to say it, right? Like if you're cool with your friends and you know they're black and you just say yo what's up nigga, it's like, you know, who cares? You have to be brave about it, okay? You've got to be like Nav, you've got to be like Takashi, people that are not black at all, but will just say the N-word because who cares?
Nigga, huh? Just to speak your mind some more, right?
I mean, I would like to go on podcasts, but if I could pick a topic.
What's the topic?
Federal Reserve, Rothschild, centralized banking.
That shit sound boring as shit.
See, we're
And again, they're like, oh, why do we look like thugs? Because you dress like that and you have no interest in shit that matters. Rothschild, Federal Reserve, man, nigga, I don't care, bro. And what's Kai Cenat's content? It's like, oh, I'm gonna rizz up bitches on Tinder. I'm gonna rizz up this girl in person. This bitch got a BBL, or this rapper dropped an album. But why do white people think we're stupid? I mean, look at what you do for your fucking lifestyle. Oh my gosh, how do you say the word indignant bastard? How can you think that? You wear that stupid outfit laying on a fucking table and you question why people call you a boy demeaningly because you act a certain way, right? White people that are racist aren't talking shit about people like Clarence Thomas, people like Thomas Sowell, people that are acting according to their age. This guy is like 20 something years old, acting like a fucking child.
Did you know? Did you know the first slaves in America were white? Have you ever heard the Ottoman slave trade?
There's plenty of slave trades.
So why were we only talking
right now?
Why were we only talking about the Atlantic slave trade?
Because
We got a little clout.
I'm being serious, man. I'm being serious.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm being serious.
White people benefit from their ancestors being slaves, all right? Wealth, generational wealth being passed down. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like businesses and things of that nature, land, all of that shit.
This is how an idiot talks. Man, businesses and land culture and things like that. Really? Like, can you not expound a sentence here, buddy? Really? Like, this is just ridiculous and it's embarrassing, okay? And it's like, okay, people benefit from generational wealth due to slavery. Okay, well, let's look at the facts, all right? If you were to break down where the wealth is in America, it's consolidated in the metropolitan areas. Where was slavery? In the rural areas. But the rural people that are descendants of slave owners have less money than niggas that own Walmart. Did those people own slaves? I don't think so. So, like, what is it, you know? People that own wealth in America are people that live in the coast, live in the cities, are white, they're Jewish, you know, they're, like, Nigerian immigrants, stuff like that, right? These people with money, those people didn't really own slaves. It's the people in rural West Virginia, people in North Carolina, in the rural parts that own these plantations. Do these people have a lot of wealth? No. Not compared to the people that own H&R Block, that own Wells Fargo, that own all that. This guy has not thought that through because these people generally are stupid. And what do I mean by that? These people that are you know, lambasting this white guy who's like completely respectful of what they're doing, and these guys are down talking and making fun of him to his face. It's not fair.
Being passed down and y'all benefited from it, which is why individuals like us.
Yes, your concept is right, but listen, you know who really benefited from the slave? Jewish people. Listen, if you really research it, the majority of white people back then couldn't afford slaves. They were out there working themselves. Only a very small fraction had slaves, and most of the time
that's actually true that not that many people own slaves. Like it's like maybe 2% of the population.
they were Jewish. That's who was behind the Atlantic slave trade. So that's who had them shits. Okay. Oh, listen, please.
And you know, here's this thing, right? A lot of people will say like, oh, all this anti-Semitic stuff isn't true, but then they just tense up when anybody brings it up. It's like, well, I don't know,
Let me
man.
finish. We've been blamed for it, the white man, and I'm having to deal with that when I've never had a slave. As far as I know, none of my ancestors had slaves, but it's like I gotta explain.
It's the same shit because black people will be like, yo, just because other people are criminals doesn't mean that I am. Well, okay, well, just because other white people own slaves doesn't mean that I am benefiting from slavery, right? I mean, that's the same logic. And even to take it a step further, who fucking cares if my ancestors own slaves, right? Like, white people need to stop feeling guilty over it. Who honestly cares, okay? And the fact is that the vast majority of white people would have to look up on Ancestry.com or whatever to see if their great-great-great-great-great-grandfather owned a plantation in Virginia. They wouldn't know that. And so if you don't even know that, then how could you be benefiting that much from that ancestry? You really couldn't. Like, think about it. People that really benefit from their blood and their phenotype. The Windsor family, people related to the Kaiser, you know, people that are in European aristocracy, not these like commonplace white people. And again, only 2% of white people were slave owners, right? So what percentage of the white population is really descendant from slave owners? I don't know. It can't be more than 20%.
Myself to strangers, you know?
They cut out a ton of that, by the way. Again, a lot of black people respect the racist that is honest, and that's good for the dialogue. We need free speech where we can have open arguments, where we can say, you know what, I don't agree with you, but I respect that you had the balls to say that, okay? They don't want somebody pussyfooting around. I need not. People that are lukewarm, I will fucking spit you out rhetorically because it is inevitable that people will have arguments, and you ought to be honest about what you believe and not get constrained by cancel culture. As much as you can, be honest without getting banned, because that is what makes America solid, is freedom of speech, where we can say that, you know what, so-and-so about slavery, and then the other person can bitch about, you know, oh my God, my ancestor, blah, blah, blah. And you can just have that dialogue. Whereas, you know, these other people that were less racist didn't get as much attention because they're just dotards that don't have strong opinions as compared to the racist guy. And was the racist guy kind of off kilter? No shit. Was he wearing bad drip? Was the drip immaculate? Of course it wasn't, but he at least was earnest in what he was doing. And so I applaud the guy insofar as he was being honest and forthright, all the while also being civil. And the people, the black guys in the panel were not. They were clowning on him, acting juvenile, acting like a bunch of 10th graders lobbying at the McDonald's after school. I can relate to this, so they're acting really immature, and it's pathetic. But overall, I mean, the stones on that guy to actually say that shit in public is kind of arousing. I mean, not arousing, but it's astounding. No homo. But it's like, damn, bro, like you really said that. But anyways, thank you all for watching the video, and I'll see y'all next time.